Okay, today's the day. The first Yu-Gi-Oh! Duels I've ever done, literally since I was a kid, playing in my bedroom with my brother. Okay, today's the day. We are heading to locals. I've got my bag. I've got some spare cards just in case anyone wants to trade some stuff that I've packed over the last week or so. You might notice when I get into these games, if I show you any, that I'm not actually using my Fire King deck. Now, the reason for that is that I opened my Bonanza boxes and unfortunately I got literally nothing. I got a thrust and a bonfire and that was it. And I gave myself one day to learn how to play Fire Kings. And to be honest, if I went there today with that deck, I would still be reading the cards, trying to work out what they're doing, missing plays. And I think for my first locals, I'm just going to use a deck that I've been using on Master Duel, which is Traptrix.
Right, that is my first ever locals done. We actually ended up finishing 11th out of 17th, which, you know what, I wasn't even expecting to go there and I'd maybe win one game, not a whole match, but actually I ended up winning a match and taking a couple of games, so I'm more than happy with that result. Right, locals done. In here, I've got the deck that I use and I took some cards for trade, etc. So, Traptrix deck, you know what? It's such an easy deck to use, in my opinion, because I've used it for a little while, that actually it really helped me out when it came to just knowing the plays and how to counter things. Whereas I think, yeah, if I'd gone in today using that Fire Kings deck with a day of practice, I would have come dead last because I have no idea what the cards do. We did manage to make some trades after all the games are over, and you'll be happy because it's things that are going to improve my Fire King deck. So, without further ado, Ancient Gear frame, you know we're doing an Ancient Gear thing, so that's just a random trade that we did. Same with the Clockwork, same with the Thunder Giant, just cool cards that I kind of wanted. But now we get into the cards that actually mean something. So, managed to pick up a Phoenix because in an entire box we didn't manage to get one. Managed to get a Promethean Princess because again, in an entire Bonanza box we didn't manage to get one. We managed to get a Snake Eyes Flamberge because again, in an entire box we didn't manage to get one. So, those three cards already are just crazy good additions. And these other three, again, that's for the Traptrix deck, that's for the Traptrix deck, and that's for the Ancient Gear. So we managed to pick up three really useful cards, which gets us that one step closer to having a polished off Fire Kings deck. And I think these are definitely going to help when we do end up starting to use it. So my plan now is to go onto eBay and other sites and ask on some Discord servers, find out if I can pick up the rest of the Fire King stuff that I need. It's mostly just Snake Eyes, Diabellstar, and Thrust, Bonfire, Wanted. There's quite a few things that you do need to get that deck working properly. So it might actually be that next week I'll be going to locals again with this trusty Traptrix deck, which is nice and budget. It's not like I've done anything to it. It's like a £20 deck or something, maybe 30 because it's got like an SP in it, an SP Little Knight and stuff in it. But it's not an expensive deck, but we might be using that again just to get some more tournament packs, do some more trades next week, but you never know. We might end up getting all the stuff we need for a Fire King deck. So it's safe to say that I really, really enjoyed my first ever locals, the first Yu-Gi-Oh! Duels I've ever done, literally since I was a kid, playing in my bedroom with my brother. Playing online, playing Master Duel and dueling Nexus and that's one thing, right? It's really interesting to do that, but it helps you out a lot. They ask if you want to chain and trigger cards, etc. But when you're actually sitting there with the physical cards playing, you have to remember to do all this stuff yourself. So I think Traptrix is a good easing my way to do it because it's quite simple. If a trap card activates, you usually get to do something to do with a monster card being activated because of Sarah.
And if a monster card activates, you usually get to do something with a trap card because a monster card's activated, right? Is there more to it than that? Yes, absolutely, but that's basically how it works. So for me, Traptrix is a really nice beginner-friendly deck. Fire King's less so, it's more complicated. I'm still trying to learn it. I gave myself a day. A day wasn't enough, but I'm going to spend the next week doing some more digging, learning, see if I can pick up some other cards, and then hopefully at some point soon we can take that Fire King deck to locals. But I know that I want to make sure that I can actually win with it, because today would have been so much different if I took that Fire King deck. I would have came last because I still don't understand it. So give me some time, let me build it up, and it will get better.